It's been a really positive couple of weeks for West Ham. It's something that we've not felt for some time as fans, especially domestically. I'm talking about all last year, pretty poor overall. But the last few weeks have felt really good, really, really positive. Things are starting to turn around. Things have been, just looking up, feeling great. One aspect of that, and I believe is a key factor in that, is Nayef Aguerd. And I don't think many fans will disagree with that. He is looking an exceptionally good player for West Ham. Really, really good. You can see why David Moyes, rated him so highly, and he was the one that he desperately wanted for the door. Dare I say it, and I think you'd all agree. If you don't, let me know, but I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me that if Nayef Aguerd hadn't have been injured in pre-season, we would not be in a relegation battle. I genuinely don't believe we would. He's that good. He's made such a difference to our side. What a quality player. The question now is, where does he go in West Ham regard? I have to say, he is a contender for captain. If Declan Rice does leave, it's widely expected that he will this summer, and this is going to be his last season at West Ham. You have to say Nayef Aguerd looks the full package. He looks a player that could lead West Ham. He is excellent. He looks vocal as well, very vocal, very commanding. But he leads by example. He reminds me of Rice. He's actually got that quality, that aura about him that when he's playing well, I haven't seen him play badly, to be honest. Every game I've seen him play, he looks very good, but he's getting better. Seems to be getting better week on week, but it leads by example. It just seems to bring others together and want to play well. Just an excellent, excellent player. I'd love to know fans' views on this. Where do you stand on this? Is Nayef Aguerd the future captain of West Ham? For me, yes, he is. I genuinely believe that this man is going to lead West Ham after Rice. I think he is the standout contender for the position. Just excellent. Him and Flynn Downs. Flynn Downs, although he's not been playing so much, but I would say Aguerd. I really do. He has been really, really, really impressive. Really impressive for me. Talking about the Newcastle game in particular, obviously at the weekend, arguably his best performance for West Ham. He was amazing. What I love about Aguerd is that he never seems to panic. He never seems to do anything stupid. He seems to keep himself very calm, very collected. He knows what he's doing. You've only got to look at that challenge against Callum Wilson. I know it's been played over and over, and it will be the one that's talked about, but it's the way he dealt with it, the way he just goes in with an exceptional tackle. He was way behind Wilson when he broke through. So he's demonstrated there he's got pace to deal with a player that's got pace in Wilson. He's not slow. Came in at the perfect time. There was no arguments for a foul or from fans or from the player because it was just that clean a tackle, that good. And I like the way that afterwards he just sort of said, yeah, it was a bit risky, but that's what my job is, But I just felt like he's just such, you feel confident with him on the pitch. There's a difference about us when we've got Aguerd there. Really, really impressive. Really impressive. Having him and Flynn Downs in that squad genuinely makes me feel more comfortable about Rice leaving this football club. That's a big thing to say, because losing Declan Rice, which I do think is going to happen, I do think most fans would agree, it's lining up that way. It's going to be a heartbreaker. We know that. Not something I'm at all looking forward to. I just hope he doesn't go anywhere to a London rival, but who knows? Let's just forget about that for now. That's going to come, but let's not worry. But let's not dwell on this. Let's talk about the now. Let's talk about the players that we've got. You look at the Nayef Aguerd, you look at Flynn Downs. For me, them two, for me, cushion that blow. They really do, because the reason I say those two factors. Firstly, Aguerd, because I genuinely believe he'll be the captain. I think he will. Not only do I think he will take the armband, but I think he'll deal with it really well. He comes across like someone that will relish being captain. I think the players will like him being captain. I think it will be seamless. I genuinely believe there will be no disruption. You think of this season where we've had Mark Noble leave, and you could sense the difficulty that's brought. And that's no disrespect to Declan Rice, because Declan Rice is excellent and I'm sure a very good leader behind the scenes. I'm not going to go him, but they were big shoes to fill. And you could sort of sense there's a lot of pressure that came with that for someone like Mark that had been in the club for so long and been in that dressing room for so long and led by example, all those things. But you get the feeling, okay, because Rice has only been captain for 1 year, so it might help the situation, but you just get the feeling with Aguerd that he will just deal with that very well. The fact that I feel like the players will take to him well, the fans will take to him well. I just generally think that will make losing our captain losing our captain this summer, potentially. I'm not saying it definitely will happen, but it looks like it will. Then having Aguerd to come and take that will just be for me, the ideal scenario. It just seems to fit. He is someone we need to build the club around. I really do. I really, really do. I would make Aguerd. If I'd actually go as far as saying that at the end of the season, I'd offer him a new contract. I really would. Get him on a longer deal, bigger wages, keep him happy, keep him at West Ham, show him how important he is to us. Because that's something that West Ham dilly-dally on too much, in my opinion. You look at the likes of Arsenal. Martinelli signed a new contract. Saka signed a new contract. They're constantly renewing their contracts all the time with their key players, keeping them happy. West Ham tend to do the whole, let's sit on it. We've just done him a deal 2 years ago. No, get Aguerd on a new deal. That's my first thought for that. But that's my first feeling of, in terms of losing Rice, that would make the transition better. And then the reason I talk about Flynn Downs is because, for me, he's demonstrated what a quality player he is. I really do think we've got a very, very talented player on our hands in Flynn Downs. I think he's going to slot into that role of defensive midfielder. Well, really do. I know he's not Declan Rice. I know that. But I'll tell you what, he's not a million miles away. He is really good. Really, really good. And people will say, oh, don't be ridiculous. The Rice is exceptionally good. He's world-class. I'm not saying he's a world-class player. He's got the potential to be, though. He really has. I mean, everything I've seen about Downs at West Ham, I think he's looked absolutely quality. I've not seen any performance from him that's made me think, I'm not sure. I just think he looks brilliant. Brilliant on the ball. Gets his head up. He passes the ball lovely. He runs with it well. He carries the ball lovely. He's just an all-round, very, very gifted player. And someone that you just think, I don't know, I think we might have a bit of a gem there. I really do. I really think someone that could slot into that position lovely, alongside Lucas Paqueta, who, of course, as well, looks great in that role now. Moyes has finally admitted it. He's brought him back into a deeper role, Paqueta, and he's flourishing, looking better. And there's nobody better, apparently. I'm really pleased. But no, talking about Nayef Aguerd for captain, I think will be. I don't think there's many that will disagree with me, but I want to know. I do want to know. So if just please let me know your thoughts on Nayef Aguerd and who you believe should be West Ham captain should Declan Rice leave this summer. But in the meantime, before that all happens, I mean, we've got things to smile about. Let's enjoy this week and onwards and upwards. Come on, you irons.